Okay, people. February 15th, 2020. I'm tried to do a little live earlier. I'm having problems with XSplit because, you know, their settings must have gotten kicked out or something. I don't know. Anyway, I'm going to clear out my computer. I think I have too many things on my desktop, right? That make the CPU, this little thing, right, that overwork and just I have to check the settings and everything. So what I'm going to do, people, is I'm just going to do this video and I'm going to tell you right now. If something happens to me, people, and I am serious, if something happens to me, it has something to do with Julian's sister. Okay, let's put it on the record right now. All right, because this bitch is still fucking stalking me. Her brother isn't even dead for a freaking month, and she's starting up with her antics again. Okay? Now, I'm not going to get too much into that because, you know, this girl's had this problem ever since Shimei started dating her quote-unquote father figure. Right? AKA brother. Maybe an AKA fucking lover the way she acts. Like, seriously. You know. She was stalking me even before Amari was born, people. For crying out loud, she tried to fucking walk off with the baby, right? Kidnap the baby when Julian was pushing on Shimei. After Shimei had a C-section, like 3 to 4 days after she got out of the hospital. Like you don't understand, man. There's something wrong with this girl. One day I'm going to get Freddie, okay? Shimei's boyfriend, ex-boyfriend, who she was with for 5 years before Tamika showed up, okay? For whatever fucking reason, Tamika, as soon as Julian started dating, Shimei, after Shimei broke up with Freddie, fucking Tamika put her claws into Freddie. And then was up in Shimei's face with Freddie. Even though Shimei had been with Freddie for 5 years. Think about it, people. And then she broke up with Freddie and started fucking stalking Freddie like crazy. And one day I'm going to get Freddie to fucking do a video with me on this. Because it's bullshit. Because she turned around and she started in on me with Shimei. And she's still doing it, people. Now the other thing is, and I don't want to drag this out. I'm going to try and keep it fucking simple, short and sweet, right? The other thing is, I can't, people, get my eyes done. I Googled cataracts, you know, did a little information reading on it and stuff like that. And like, once you start that process, you know, one day you get one eye done, and then 3-4 weeks later you get the other eye done, and then you're fucking hooped for a whole bloody year, people. You have to wear sunglasses when you're outside. Can you see me outside working in the fucking sun for 10 to 12 hours at a time with sunglasses on? Bending and straining myself? Like, think about it. As I'm doing paperwork and all this other shit? Oh, it's not fucking happening. I got too much yard work I have to do this year. I gotta finish up with whatever I'm fucking doing, even though I'm losing my house because Amari is outgrowing it, and it's, you know, it needs to be more open in terms of like a fucking monster home or something. I don't know. I mean, you're looking at some point hoist people just to get them out of bed. These things are like attached to your fucking ceiling and are motorized. Like, this girl has no clue what I'm up against. And all she wants to do is make it harder. But I'm going to give you a little fucking tidbit here. I'm going to give you another Julian nugget, okay? Because I don't care what she has to say in regards to, oh, he was such a nice guy. He was my father figure. He was my brother. He was my lover. You know, I'd do anything for Julian. Anything. He's my brother. I'll protect him till the bitter end. Protect him my fucking ass, man. She's not protecting him. I don't know what the fuck she's doing, but she's certainly not fucking protecting him because the guy is dead. And he's dead for a reason, people, and it had nothing to do with Shimei. I can tell you that right now. Okay? However, here's the little nugget, okay? People talk, and they're not just going to talk bullshit, right? Boiling water here. Okay? The person that told me this has absolutely no reason to lie. They have no reason to concoct a fucking story about Tamika, okay? Julian, a.k.a. sister, a.k.a. daughter, whatever the fuck she is, okay? People have no reason to fabricate things that are coming out of this girl's mouth as she's running around fucking town trying to trash me on and offline. Okay? But then, just because, guilt has a way of playing on people's fucking, head. My water is boiling. Hold on a minute. Before I get on with that, I just want to say, Shimei had, half brothers and sisters, right? From her dad's side, eh? And she had met them and was forming a relationship with them and everything, people. And then all of a sudden her life was just snuffed out away from her, right? Look, these people don't fucking stalk me, all right? They don't fucking harass me or anyone in my family. They respect my situation with my grandson. They sure in hell don't fucking terrorize me and gang stalk and try and get other people to fucking gang stalk as they're fabricating fucking lies about the person that killed their sister. You know what I mean? Just to protect the killer. These are like people that are family members that know their fucking place. But this girl, seriously, man, what gives her the right to fucking harass my family for years, people? For fucking years. She started when she started dating Freddie. She was up in Shimei's face with fucking Freddie, trying to be Shimei's friend. And Shimei was not her friend, people. Okay? Oh, sure, she showed up when Shimei was giving birth. Well, what could Shimei say? Oh, no, you can't be here, but Mom's here. Why can't I be here, too? My mom's here. My brother's here. I want to be here, too. Boo-hoo, me. So, of course, Shimei would say, yeah, okay, whatever. I'm having a baby. You're all here, whatever. I stayed away, people. I stayed away from the fucking drama. But you know what? The drama doesn't stay away from me because this bitch is still fucking going on with her bad mouth attitude, talking on about this and talking on about that, how I'm this and how I'm that. But why doesn't she talk about her fucking brother? Seriously, why doesn't she put it out there what he was really like? Because she's already done it, people. She just doesn't tell you that part of the story. All right? But I'm going to tell you right now, Julian Nugget number 3, okay? And that Julian Nugget number 3 is this. His sister. I don't know who all she's told, but she's told somebody that happens to know me that on the day Howie died, Howie is the young man that was in my fucking basement, living up in Shimei's room for 3 months, or whatever it was, sleeping in Shimei's bed with Julian, or sleeping on the floor next to the bed, as Julian was taking advantage of his youth and his vulnerability and turning him into a little gangster to sell his drugs for him, right? This is what Julian was doing to Howie. He was indoctrinating Howie into gang activity to sell drugs for Julian. As he laid up in the bed, I got pictures of him laying on the bed with Shimei on one side, way off, way over there, with his fuckboy next to him, being, what is it called, King on the Hill? With his drug phone. Everything that this girl, right, the sister, wants to ignore. As he's coaching and educating Howie, a 19-year-old boy, basically, how to be a drug dealer. Because he had problems at home. Instead of mentoring him and say, hey man, go home and listen to your mom. Go home and listen to your dad. No, Julian couldn't do that because he wasn't a good role model, people. All right? Get it through your fucking head. Julian wasn't a good role model. Instead, he was exploiting Howie and turning him into a punk, gangster, hustler. Finally, I got him out of my house. I got him out of my house, people. Both of them. I told them to go home. I said, Howie, go back home. Julian, get the fuck out of my house. Go to your mother's house. I'm not your mother. What did they do? They went to some woman's house through one of their friends, and within a month, that woman was found dead in her apartment. And then the cops came in and fucking quarantined everything off for 4 days as Julian ran back to my house with a fucking safe. And then tried to bust open the safe. Going on about, there's $32,000 missing with a dead body laying in the fucking living room. 4 weeks of him around here. By the 5th week, because I'm like, fuck you. You want to be at my house, you pay fucking rent, but I don't want you here, so go fucking home to your mother. It took me 5 fucking weeks to get him out of my house the second time, and he did. He went home to his mother. Where Howie went, I don't know. All I know is, on the day Howie died, and here's the nugget, and I know this because nobody's going to concoct a story like that and go around and tell people about it, unless it's true. Anyway, nobody really knew. We just knew that Howie died from eating a bunch of dope because he was sitting in a car, all right? A car with other people that got stopped by the cops. And because they didn't want to get caught with the dope, the methamphetamine, the crack cocaine, the heroin, the fentanyl, and God knows what else they were fucking selling that day. Right? Because you have to remember, Howie was introduced into that shit when he was 19, and he looked up to Julian to show him the way. And that's what Julian taught him to do. So anyway, they didn't want to get caught with the dope, right? So Howie ate it, people, thinking, because he had been coached. He had been coached about it in 2016. Hey, man, if we ever get caught, all you do is eat the dope and don't worry. You'll be able to puke it up and everything will be fine. Because we don't want to go to jail. I got your back. Hey, you got mine, right? That's what brothers do. We watch each other's back. So that's what Howie was doing. He ate the dope to watch Julian's back. The only thing is, Julian didn't take him to a hospital because it turns out Julian was driving. How do I know this? Because Tamika's running around town telling other people about this shit. Because her guilty conscience is getting to her. And she can't hold it in. So she's got to tell somebody. And that somebody just happens to know me. Isn't that interesting? Small world, right? Okay. So instead of taking him to the hospital to puke up a cocktail of drugs in little pouches, baggies, swallowed all at one time like Skittles, Julian took him to a park, people. Julian took him to a park, thinking that Howie could puke up the dope. But guess what Howie did? He OD'd in the park, people, with Julian holding his hand. Kind of like something like happened with Shimei. Shimei was premeditated murder because Julian planned it. Whereas Howie was manslaughter. And both times the cops let fucking Julian walk. They couldn't follow up on Howie's death, people, because if they followed up on Howie's death, they would have had to open up Shimei's murder investigation. And they didn't want to do that because we know what happened to Shimei's body. We know what the police did to make that happen to Shimei's body. So why the hell would they investigate why Howie had a whole bunch of dope in his gut 20 minutes, a half an hour after they just stopped them with Julian driving the car with no fucking license, people? I have legitimate paperwork on Julian that proves he lost his license a long, long time ago. But they let him go. That's what they do. And Julian drove him off to a park. And by the time they got to the park, Howie didn't have enough time to puke up the dope. And he fucking OD'd in Julian's arms. Or at least with Julian standing over him and watching like he did with Shimei. Watching Shimei with the death rattle as he's looking at Tisha saying, "What are you doing there?" And then running off down the fucking hall. Okay? And this is what gives this girl the right to fucking gang stalk me? Well, now with her little friends? Because she's pulling in the crowd because she's the victim, right? You know, she can't see Amari. Well, I wonder why. Right? You had Amari. You guys had Amari, and what did you do? You called MCFD on me. You called the fucking police on me. You threatened to punch me fucking out. You threatened to punch out Paige. You did all kinds of crazy shit. And you still haven't stopped. Even though your brother's dead now, you still haven't stopped. Like, what is your problem? This makes me want to call up Freddie and say, you need to talk to me online about this girl so people fully understand what we're fucking dealing with here. Because if something happens to me, it has something to do with this girl, people. And again, nobody is going to sit there and plot and scheme against Tamika and make it sound like she said that when she didn't. She had to get it off her chest. So she told somebody, and that somebody just happened to know me. As she's running around trying to put Julian up on this grand fucking pedestal as if he's this great grand fucking person, even though he's got like 3 fucking dead bodies around him in less than 2 fucking years. And that's what I know about, people. There's rumor, there's another one in there. I just haven't connected who that person is yet. With Julian actually physically manhandling dead bodies. So nobody should be surprised that he got shot down in a fucking gas station in fucking broad daylight. And it sure the hell doesn't give his fucking sister the right to continue to fucking stalk me. And if she wants to continue to fucking stalk me, well, let me see, okay? If I was to go for cataract surgery right now, people, I couldn't do it because I am way too stressed out. I'd pop out the fucking lenses. So whether it's yard work, I can't get it done. Because if I don't do the yard, oh well, you know what's going to happen there. City will be showing up. Right? Landlord will be complaining. Whatever. You know? Neighbors will be wanting to buy the house. Who knows? I have lots of paperwork I have to do. That comes first before my eyes. Can't trust doctors in British Columbia, Canada. Right? And you sure the hell can't trust the fucking cops. Because if the cops would have fucking arrested Julian with murder, premeditated murder on Shimei, and made him an example that you can't go around in British Columbia, Canada, using fentanyl to kill people, right? Because you're going to jail. Howie would be alive today. Howie would be alive today. Right? Think about it.